Hello, this is Jelena Azekovich from the Kansas City, Kansas Community College Center for Teaching Excellence. The purpose of this video is to give you a brief crash course in using some of the tools in the new active learning classrooms at the college. To give you an overview of what this video is going to talk about, we're going to talk about turning the monitors on. We're going to talk about how to troubleshoot if the monitors are out of sync. We're going to talk about using the individual whiteboards and some of the active learning techniques that you could do in the classrooms. We're going to talk about the ability to arrange and rearrange the movable furniture. And we're going to talk about the ability to decouple some of the monitors in the room so that you could use them individually for different student groups or have them be used in presentation mode, all run by the instructor monitors. So first off, we're going to talk about turning on the monitors. You can use the remotes that are located in the room. If you're in a larger classroom, there are 2 remote controls. If you're in a smaller one, there's probably only 1. You're going to want to look for the input button. If it doesn't automatically come on, typically the monitor should automatically come on, and you should view the instructor computer and podium. That's what is the default mode. But occasionally, sometimes that input gets put out of whack, and so you're going to have to make sure that you select the correct input, and that would be the one that says that it's the PC input. Sometimes also the one monitor may turn on and the other ones turn off. So one of the ways that you could do that is to try to get closer to the TV monitor itself and point it directly at the TV and then go on to the next one if you're having some issues with one turning on and the other one turning off. In terms of troubleshooting them, if the remote isn't working correctly, you can always go up to the TV monitor itself, and there is a way to manually turn it on. And you can see in this picture right where at the bottom of the center monitor, there's a little sign that says Samsung. Right underneath there is a button that will allow you to manually change the input or manually power on or off the TV monitor. When you are trying to select it and tell it to do something, make sure you hold down the button in order to select it. If you want it to move to a different input, you just tap it. But if you want to select that input or power it off, you have to hold it down. Press and hold select. If all else fails, you can always call the KCKCC help desk at 7479 and then press number 3. Some of the other tools in these new active learning classrooms, you may have noticed that there are individual whiteboards underneath the windows. If you can have students use those, you can use them for group work, you can use them for student presentations. If you are wanting to use them, please make sure you bring enough markers. There may not be enough markers in the room. Also, there are whiteboards along with the monitors around the room. That may be another way to do some active learning, is have students get up and use different sections of the whiteboards that are all the way around the room. Please make sure that if you are using those individual whiteboards, that the students erase them when they're finished so they're ready for the next instructor. Certainly one of the great features of these rooms is that all the furniture is able to be moved around easily. It's all on casters. The tables are on casters. Some of the rooms even have ottomans that the students can sit on instead of using chairs. It's really a personal preference. There are some posted arrangements in each classroom on the whiteboard, and you can certainly tell students, okay, we're going to get into arrangement A or arrangement B. They're all labeled, and you can have the students arrange it as you see fit and then rearrange it. Please, at the end, just kind of make sure that it looks neat. You might ask students to push their chairs under their desk so that they're not leaving chairs all around in the middle of the room, but we would appreciate it if when you leave, you kind of picked up the trash and all that other stuff to make the room look presentable for the next instructor who's going to be teaching in there. These are other views for possible setups of the rooms. Again, you can have them in pods for student work. in a U-shaped kind of format. There's really lots of different options to set those rooms up. One other feature that is an element to this room is the ability to collaborate or present for the monitors. So right now, for most of the rooms, the default is to have it in presentation mode. And what that means is that all the monitors are showing the same material, and that's being run by the instructor computer at the instructor podium. We are working on ways to be able to decouple those monitors. And as you can see in this picture, each student group has their own information on the monitor. So that means that they're in collaborate mode. And there is a feature on each monitor that you can see is either in collaborate mode or in present mode. We're still working through figuring out how to best decouple those monitors. We're still analyzing what hardware and software will best support that. And not all the rooms right now are able to support this feature, but stay tuned. We are working on it, and this is something that we want to see moving forward. Last couple things in closing, the room temperature control is done by Buildings and Grounds via a help desk ticket. So if the room is too hot or too cold for you, please make sure to contact Buildings and Grounds to change that. And there are additional resources and training through the Center for Teaching Excellence, and we're happy to help you figure out how to best use these rooms or talk about other active learning strategies that you can integrate into your classroom teaching. Thank you.